I don't even know what day it is.
Yep. It's March 10th.
It is?
Yep.
Oh, I got that wrong. I put March 8th on the breast milk bag.
Oops. So here's baby Keala.
Making his
First.
debut.
Yep. He's almost 2 weeks old.
We made it, y'all.
Yeah. So the bulk of this episode is going to be us sharing our experience of having our second and what life has been like so far, because our life has been consumed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to start off my pickup line, so I'm going to try my best.
Okay.
I'm a little sleep deprived, a little bit.
You've got plenty of excuse. Clearly your pickup lines already work.
Yes, I got 2 babies. Okay, this is going to be so... I don't even know where to start. Have you ever heard of a what a baby?
What's a what a baby?
Nothing, baby. What's the matter with you?
Have you ever heard of a Matta baby? What's a Matta baby?
Oh my God, yeah.
What's the matter
See,
with you?
I told you. Oh, I botched it.
It's okay. It's still giving me Lion King vibes. So I'll give you a 6, 8 for the pregnancy postpartum brain.
I think it's worse than the pregnancy brain.
Yeah. Lack
Okay.
of sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
so
turn.
I can only go up from there. Okay. Oh, God. It's the delivery that I can't do.
Tap into your, I don't know, whatever voice is meant
Okay.
for it. That's it.
You make me want to tell the sun to take a day off just so I could spend all night with you. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. That's smooth. Pick the right button. A little poetic. I like it. Did you make that one up?
I honestly don't.
No.
Probably not. Oh. Halfway. It's
You got it from Michelle?
No, it's lyrics in Sammy Johnson's new song.
Oh.
But I adjusted it to make it more of a pickup line.
See, that's why I like it, because it's from Sammy
Yeah.
J. That's why I like it. I was like, that was real smooth. Smart.
You know.
Way to be creative. Way to be creative.
I'll have to find the exact lyrics.
You're funny. You're like,
See,
hang out.
because I know it wasn't just from the top of my head, but
No, that was too smooth. But style points, I'd give that a solid 9. That's yep, I'm going to keep it PG.
that's, well, okay.
That would sweep me off
Nope.
my feet.
Lyrics aren't available yet. Okay, it's a new song, so.
That would definitely, that's like a third date. I'm getting
Good.
married tomorrow.
Good, because my other one would have been
Terrible.
terrible.
Okay, Martin. So how's life been in these past 2 weeks?
Yep. So it's been 2 weeks since we've recorded, because we doubled down last week in anticipation of baby, which was smart because
Yes. He came how many days early? 13?
13 days early.
Mm-hmm.
His due date was today.
Crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, we should be in the hospital today.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, so here's as we talked about, the calm before the storm.
Mm-hmm. The storm hit before
Yep.
before the baby was here.
So we had our pipes being redone in our apartment, and they gave us notice a month ago that they were going to be starting it on February 26th and 7th and 27th. And then they weren't going to be done until March, I don't know, 5th.
Yeah, they said like March 7th too.
Yeah. Okay. And he was born on February 25th. So our first night out of the hospital officially, we came home to
A disaster.
a disaster, only having access to our bed. But I wasn't gonna. Our apartment gave us a temporary unit to use,
It's still,
but
was just rough.
only.
It
It
was
was on the
rough.
second floor.
Yeah.
No Wi-Fi, so you can't entertain a 4-year-old.
No. A newborn, a
Without
4-year-old, and then 2 dogs and
Yep.
us. Lugging poor you. Honestly, I was like, I wish I could do more because you were lugging everything there and back, up the stairs, down the stairs,
Yeah, we ended up only staying there one night, and it felt like
forever.
we packed a car's load of stuff to,
Yeah.
cook, eat over there, thinking we were going to be living there for a few days.
Well, with the 4-year-old, you need everything and
Yeah.
anything. So
And then trying
I'm
to
like
actually
overpacked.
do work
yeah.
without Wi-Fi. I
Oh,
wasn't
that's
going to go to
terrible.
the office, so
Yeah.
we only stayed there one night, and then we just, because they already got the inspection part done, it was just having exposed pipes until they did the drywall.
Yeah. And it smelled horrible in here, honestly.
That was my bad.
I could
Just kidding.
I couldn't stand the smell of
Exposed pipes.
yeah, it just smells mildewy
Mm.
to me. I don't know if you didn't care. Didn't get a sense.
Nope, I was just focused on trying to help you with this guy.
Thanks.
So that's the part A of what happened as we were being welcomed home,
yeah.
welcoming home our second child.
So technically we didn't get to move back in officially until like a week later.
Yep.
So where like our furniture was actually in place, we could sit on our couch. I could use the toilet without freaking out that a spider was going to come out of the pipes. Like it was just bad.
And on top of that, Gigi had access to nothing but the TV.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's the
all of her
worst.
room was being...
Yeah. We really try to be intentional with her TV time and it really takes a toll on her because she turns into like a very moody child.
teenager.
Yeah, and it was tough because like it's not like we can take her to the park with a newborn and I'm still healing and you're working. So we were definitely asking for a lot of help. We went to her grandma's house for like 2 days straight. And I was like, I'll sleep over here. It's okay.
And we had plenty of help.
We had plenty of help.
Jessica my sister took Gigi, the toddler. Well, first of all, your parents had Gigi the night he was born and the next day. Once we were released, we went and picked her up. A picture right here of Gigi being so excited to hold Kayala for the first time.
Yeah, with
And
her blue mouth.
she just had a Sonic
Ice cream.
like Ice Cream Man Sonic.
Yeah.
Not the restaurant, whatever.
The iconic kind.
Yeah. The blue hedgehog with the
gumball eyes, I'm
gumball
sure.
eyes that last
Yeah.
5 seconds of flavor.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It was great. And she really is such a great big
She's
sister.
a very loving big sister.
Yeah. She's very protective, loves changing the pee-pee diapers. And she refuses anytime the baby poops. She's like, no, that's mommy, daddy's job. But definitely battling the new role of her wanting to be like the mother or the parent of Kayala. And she's like really fighting us more than she's fighting Kayala, which I'm sure it'll switch once they start getting older and he can like actually play with her toys. Then it'll be a battle of like the two of them and us trying to like manage that.
Yeah, she's definitely wanting more attention because she's so used to everything being about her.
Oh yeah.
So-
That's step one in the storm. And it's not always bad, but it's definitely, we really have to slow down.
It's just extremely intense.
Yeah. For like an hour.
Like nothing works with her. Usually it was, well, I'm going to share my super secret method.
Oh
of,
yeah. Go for it. His geniusness over here.
What can I say? I'm not sure if this was before baby or after. This was before.
Before
The
him.
Sunday before? I don't even
we don't know what day it is.
Okay.
I don't even know what time it is.
No, it wasn't. He was born on Tuesday. This was the Sunday.
I don't remember.
Yeah, because you went to practice. That's a whole nother topic.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy lady
We'll
Yeah, I
get into that
just-
later.
said that she is the most wonderful.
I'm still
most wonderful wife,
postpartum, so don't make me cry.
the most wonderful mother, the most rock star individual. I love you.
Don't make me cry.
Cry.
No.
Cry.
No.
Cry.
No.
Cry.
No.
Okay. Anyways, so she wanted to go do work because it was her last day of this camp, and I'm sure it was a very relaxed.
Yeah, it was fun.
Just watching the kids play the whole time.
I got to talk to actual adults.
But while she went and took Kayala to that camp, I decided to take Gigi to Target because we needed some things around the house. And she went to go put on her mermaid slippers and they didn't fit anymore. So I saw that as an opportunity to reward her. It's like, okay, if you're good, I'll get you new shoes, but they're going to be special shoes. If you start acting spicy, the shoes disappear. Because she thinks of like acting bad or angry or anything as being spicy. And
I think it's important when we use the term spicy, I don't want her to think she's ever a bad kid.
Yeah.
So
we're trying to avoid like, you're bad,
yeah.
you're being good, you're being bad, we just didn't want to try to.
We don't want her to like that, I don't know, instill that in like her as a person, if that makes sense. Like being spicy can be silly, and being spicy can also be like, okay, it's a little like too intense, so I need you to calm down. So Martin is just a genius. So anytime she's being spicy or she decides to have a fit or she's throwing an attitude, we have a specific box or like a shoe box that these shoes go into every single time. And it's a rule. Like if she's not wearing them, they have to be in there. And we have to like, it's almost like playing like Tooth Fairy almost. So I have to, if she's being spicy, I'll distract while Martin usually hides the shoes. And she'll be like, the fairy godmother took my shoes. But then once she calms down, they go right back in the box and then she's good to go. And I'm surprised she hasn't like tried to put them on her feet.
And keep them.
Yeah, which is good.
One time she did say when I had to take them away and she noticed, I Riley distracts her. I hide the shoes. I tell her, oh yeah, you're right. They disappeared. So she'll go look, see if they're not there. And one time she's like, okay, I'm just going to wait here until they get back. I was like, dang it. That was only like the third day of doing it. She's like, I'm just going to wait. I was like, no, you got to. I think I got her to take a bath first before.
Yeah, something like that. She went into one of the rooms.
Yeah, so it's a good way of bribing her daughter.
Yeah, it's better than cake pops at this point because she can only have so many cake pops. And she's definitely getting into a stage right now where she's starting to get a little chubby. Like, have you noticed that? Not
You're
body shaming my kid.
Daughter chubby.
No.
Oh yeah, she's just starting to fill out.
She's starting to fill out as she's growing so quickly. Like she sprouted how many inches in the last couple months? Like at least
2 inches over the last 4 months.
Yeah.
5 months.
And even me and my mom were talking about it because I was like, oh, I'm like, I thought of it as like, oh, is it because we're feeding her too much junk food or like, does she need to go outside and play more? My mom's like, no, it's totally normal for when your kid starts to get bigger and they start filling out a little bit more. And I was like, oh, okay.
They go wide then tall, then wide then tall.
Yeah. So
same thing happens to me.
So she's just got a little bit more like a chubbiness to the cheek. And honestly, it's even cuter than her just being super frail. But yeah, I don't know if you noticed that she's actually filling out. Because even her clothes right now, I put on a pair of her.
She's got the tight tummy clothes.
Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, your butt is so big for these pants that they're see-through. I'm like, we're going to have to start sizing up to 5T or whatever the next 2 sizes up is just so that you can have some space.
Yep.
But she's growing up so quickly.
So and that's the Gigi's side of things.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your actual
birth.
Labor, birth, how pregnancy was with Gigi and labor compared to labor with Kayala. The floor is yours.
It was honestly really smooth. And I'm not going to say easy because it's not always. Like, I mean, having the contractions, I don't really care to experience that every single day. But when I had Gigi, I was having back labor, which is super intense. I had no idea what back labor was either. So it wasn't a conversation that was ever brought up either through other people's experiences or like even with my doctor. And
Explain back labor.
back labor is pretty much when your baby is facing head down, but they sit on your, I think it's they're sitting either too far back or a little too deep into your pelvis. So when you start having contractions, it just squeezes really tightly, and you have a lot more pain in your lower back, kind of like sciatic nerve, but it's really intense. And on top of that, you're also having like these intense cramps in your stomach, and you can just feel it. Like I could feel it all down my legs, and it was really intense. I thought I was gonna like pass out, poop, and throw up all at the same time every time I had a contraction.
That was with Gigi.
Yeah, that was with Gigi.
First pregnancy.
Yeah. And once I got that epidural, I was fine, but I wasn't going to make it without it. I knew that for a fact. Fast forward to Kayala, I didn't have back labor, and it was smooth. And I was like, I could wait. Like we got to the hospital, we took a selfie in the hospital bed because I sent it to my cousins.
We did?
Yeah, I took a selfie of us. I said, smile.
Oh, you're right.
So we're at the hospital. I'm about 4 centimeters dilated. And
one of the 5 selfies we take a year.
yeah. And I look like super just out of it. Yeah. But yeah, we went into the hospital. What time was it? Like 11?
We got there at like, no, 12:30.
12:30. And we're cruising. The doctor's like, do you want the epidural now? I'm like, no, I'm fine. But they were going into a different C-section appointment. So I was like, oh, I guess we should get it now just in case it's either now or never kind of thing. So once we got into the hospital room, I had the epidural and we were just cruising the whole time. Like Martin and I were playing chess, which was which was my first time playing chess. And I lost horribly. Absolutely terrible.
I mean, you are playing against no, it was probably my 4th time playing chess ever.
Was it really?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't even know. Still, Martin actually ended up buying us a chessboard so that we can learn how to play because I'm actually really interested.
Yeah. Of all the games, she's not interested in the card games and the whatever, but she wants to play chess. So
I don't know what it is. I don't have to read anything, which is great.
Strategic.
Yeah, and I like strategy. So as long as I don't have to read anything, it's fine. But,
so from my perspective, they were like, yeah, we'll give her the epidural now because of whatever. It's not going to be available. Like, that's not going to, and then we'll check you every 4 hours.
Yeah.
So in my mind, 4 hours from 12:30 when they first checked was going to be 4:30. So at 3, I'm like, I'm going to go get some food. Go down to the cafeteria. The cafeteria is closed. Obviously, it's right next to this shopping center. So I just go get a burrito, come back. And as I'm getting in the car to come back, I get a text. She's at 7 centimeters. You better get your butt over here. Like, I'm not. I knew I wasn't going to miss it, but
no.
Yeah, it was a very fast process.
Yeah.
He was born at 6:29.
Yeah, because they did break my water.
At 3:30.
Yeah. Because they were like, oh, do you want to expedite the process? And I was like, well, if that epidural is going to slow it down, sure. I don't want to be here for 2 nights trying to push out a kid. Yeah. So what time, 6:37 we had him?
6:29.
6:29.
But we, around the 3:30 mark is when we finally settled into our delivery room.
Yeah.
I had started playing the speaker, got the music going.
Yep.
Doing our nice, calm island reggae.
Yep.
And then until about 6 o'clock, I'm like, all right, we got to get this guy moving.
Yeah.
I start playing some DMX and then some T-Pain. And sure enough, Riley starts, laughing just like she was now. And the nurses come in, they're like, we're noticing some movement. 10 minutes of setup. They're like, oh, yeah, we see a head, so go ahead and start pushing.
Yeah. And
3 giggles, 2 pushes, and
he was out. Easy.
He was out.
No tearing, which I was surprised.
We're getting graphic here.
Yeah.
Kids, give us a 5-minute break.
For most adults who understand the concept of birth, tearing is like the number one thing that you worry about. And I can thankfully say that there was no tearing, and the recovery post baby has been really easy, which is why I felt comfortable going directly back to work. I still took 2 weeks off of coaching my college team, but I'm at least in the other gym just working with our club kids, because at least we can bring our kids with us. So as long as we can bring the babes with us, we're fine. And yeah, it's been smooth so far.
Can't
minus
forget about Miss Lisa.
Yes. Oh, Miss Lisa is a rock star. Love her to bits and pieces. So she's one of our moms at the gym, and we've just gotten really close over the last couple years. We've seen her daughter and son grow up in the gym, and they went from like being like 5'4", tiny, so cute, can't serve a ball over the net, to just these like giant. How tall is Christian? Like 6?
He's not 6 foot yet.
5'11"?
He's probably close to it, like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, and then Sophia went from like 5'4". Now she's pushing 5'9", 5'10" at least. So, and they're both just like getting so good at the game. So yeah, thank you, Miss Lisa. And Gigi loves her Miss Lisa time. Loves her Miss Lisa time.
We've been so blessed to have more than just family that wants to step up and help us. We've had food-wise, Miss Lisa also cooked us food.
Yeah.
Which only lasted us 2 days. She's like, oh, Joey.
Not today, Joey. You have to get down.
Down.
Get down.
Sorry.
Just because baby's up here, okay?
We had Miss Lisa cooking us food. You had Gabby make us some soup, which was delicious.
And
and
that
homemade
bread. Oh my gosh. I need
and the
cookies.
recipe.
And the cookies.
Your wife's cookies are amazing.
I did. Is that how you said it to Myron?
No, I didn't. I
should have.
I said, Myron, sorry we ate your cookies. So he's like, what cookies? I was like, oh, I guess.
Oh my gosh. If he understood that reference, it would have been perfect.
Oh, yeah.
And then
we had my mom bring us some food on Friday night or something.
And we had a surprise baby shower literally like 2 days before he was born, which...
Yeah, my sister was like, we should do something for... It was my grandma's idea, actually. Yeah.
And now we're stocked up on diapers, thank God.
Yep. Which we didn't have any... Which we already covered this, I don't know, 2 or 3 episodes ago, but we didn't really have any major needs.
No. It's really just diapers, wipers...
Wipers, and wipers.
And someone help us with Gigi in the times that she needs more attention than we can give.
Yep, like my dad's watching her right now.
Yeah. GP. But yeah, it's been smooth so far. How's your experience been, Dad?
I know you might disagree, but I feel so useless. I'm like, especially the first 2 days where you're not producing breast milk, it's just the colostrum, and he's basically attached to you 24/7 for feedings. At nighttime, I'm like, well, there's no point to both of us being awake, so I might as well sleep. So I'm over here getting plenty of sleep, and you're like, yeah, I took him again last night. But I will do my 1 bottle, sometimes 2.
I think
I took him this afternoon when I got off so that you can take a nap.
You can say you feel useless, but I feel like you've been extremely helpful.
Well, yeah, I still help where I can, but specifically like the nighttime, I'm not going to say I'm a absent father.
No.
But
when he wakes up and I'm feeding, usually you wake up and you're like, you guys good? You're like, do I need to change a diaper? Do you want me to get a bottle? And I'm like,
that's just me because I could fall back asleep so fast.
Yeah.
And I could sleep in, hour and a half, 2 hour increments and be fine. Not for the night, but, wake up, go to sleep, wake up.
Yeah. Maybe like 3 days and then capped out.
Yeah, because I could also take a nap like that.
Yeah.
I could take a quick 20 and be recharged.
Yeah, I cannot. It has to be 2 hours.
Yeah, but you got your 2 hour nap today.
Oh, yeah. It was heavenly. Unbothered. I was sweating because I was like cuddled in all the blankets in my robe. And I was like, this is great.
I was nervous how the dogs were going to react. Koa, I knew he would be like aloof and standoffish, but Joey, I thought she was going to be very hyper and like all over him.
I thought so too, but she's
just like,
she's great. She like, I don't even think she gets curious, likes to sniff.
Yeah, I don't think she's licked him yet.
No, she hasn't tried because we won't let her, but when he does cry, he likes to follow. So anytime he's crying and I'm holding, she's like, "What's going on? What's going on?"
Oh, she likes to follow.
Yeah,
Joey likes to follow. You
Yeah,
said he.
sorry if I
It's
botched
okay.
that. I don't know what I'm saying
It's okay.
sometimes.
Sound like Grandma Therese, always calling the he, the she, the she, the he.
Yeah, I'm getting confused over here, honestly.
It's okay. Her name's Joey. So
Joey.
it's-
Oh dear. No, even when I was I was on my laptop last night trying to like finish up some financial reports for our church, and I'm like typing in the numbers, and then I'm looking back at it just to make sure I don't mix up anything. And I'm like, what the heck was I just typing? I'm like, my brain feels so flip-flopped right now that the things that are just like simple, they just aren't right now. Just are not.
yeah.
I'm like, what am I actually reading? But besides that, I think postpartum brain is definitely worse than pregnancy brain for sure.
Shout out to our nurses.
Shout out to the nurses.
So we're going there. I'm
Yeah.
gonna share the dead
Oh.
weight story.
Yeah,
So
do
we've
it.
got to. For those that know the delivery process or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you have like 3 different rooms within your first day. The room that they check you in, then the room that they put you in for
Your delivery
room, and then they settle you into a
The recovery
postpartum
room.
recovery room. And before you go into your postpartum recovery room, they obviously gotta clean up and take care of mom.
Mm-hmm.
Do they make sure that you go to the restroom before you transfer over, or is that just
They try to make you pee,
okay? They make you
especially once they take out the catheter.
okay. So they want to make sure that you pee before you go.
Yeah.
And Riley, having just had the epidural not too long ago, her legs were still completely numb.
Yeah.
And
And
dead weight.
Mind you, I'm 204 pre-delivery, which is the heaviest I've ever been.
And about 180 of that is in her legs.
Yes, absolutely. That's
So
yeah. Oh, I have to show you a picture
okay.
of the amount of water retention in my legs like 2 days before we delivered. I had an indentation.
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 Good word. But so Riley's got fully dead weight legs, and the nurse is all of 5'3", maybe 125 pounds, 45 to 50. She did say she was 50.
She said she's 50.
Okay, she's
in
50.
her 50s. She
In her
looked great.
50s,
Though.
yeah, she was-
like she's in great health.
Yeah. She's like, okay, Mom, we're going to help you get into the bathroom. And Riley's like, I don't think you understand. My legs are like dead weight. She's like, no, it's okay. I do this all the time.
Yeah.
And
She's like, you're kind
I
of tall,
chime
but
in,
we
I'm
can
like,
figure it out.
no, if you want me to carry her, I can carry her because as I'm looking at the size difference, it's just not going to work.
No, we were both going down.
And
if
so the
she
nurse
tried.
tried. She
Yeah.
picks her up. She's like, oh, no, okay, yeah. So this was the whole reason why I work out, is to be useful in that aspect.
Super dad coming over
In
here.
case you go down or Gigi goes down, I have the strength to,
Hold at least
yeah,
one of us.
yeah, to carry a dead weight.
Yeah. So
Anyways, it was,
hilarious.
it was.
Hilarious.
I wasn't worried about carrying you. It was how sensitive I had to be. I was like, she just
Yeah.
she just pushed the baby out. I'm not
But I
trying
didn't
to like
tear, so
wiggle her or I'm obviously not a girl. I've never gone through labor, so I don't know how everything feels.
well, I also can't feel anything.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah. That which is the whole like it,
The whole purpose of the epidural.
yeah, from my belly button down, could not feel a thing. You could hit me with a hammer and I wouldn't I'm not kidding. I wouldn't feel it. It just felt like that feeling when your legs fall asleep.
Too long on the toilet
Excuse
feeling.
me. Yeah, if I tried to like move my legs, it just felt like my legs were asleep. But like I could feel that tingle, but that's about it. Right here.
Any other hospital stories before we?
Look at that.
Oh yeah, indentation.
Yeah, all that water retention. I literally had a dent in my leg from sitting crisscross applesauce. That's at my shin.
Looks like a forearm.
Yeah, it looks insane. But yeah, so
Any other hospital?
no, that I think that was the nurses were fantastic. I don't remember it when we had Gigi. I think I had like 5 nurses lifting me, but I don't remember.
I remember I had to lift your legs into the stirrups.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah, those things were heavy. And then it was just this one nurse this last time, And I was like, oh, that's risky. They're like, oh yeah, we might have to call somebody in to come lift you up. I was like, yeah, that's rough. And then we did have one nurse who was really funny. She was a bit of an oversharer, but she was talking about her relationship with her.
Yeah, I wasn't in the room. This must have been when I went and got a burrito.
Yeah, with her current boyfriend, and she proceeds to tell us that she's about 15 years older than him, and it was really sweet because we were trying to find a commonality to keep the conversation just like so she felt comfortable, and every time we try to stop the conversation or switch the subject, she felt the need to like come back and be like, oh, but it's okay, he's an old soul. And I'm like, love is love. You don't have to justify anything. If that's who you love, that's who you love. It's none of my business. But
I'm literally never going to see you again, so
yeah,
I don't care.
And I thought that was like one of the most interesting stops along the journey of this postpartum, because I'm like, it's okay. I just had a baby. Like, I'm just chilling over here. And
Yeah.
she just,
I can't do anything about this, so I guess go ahead and share your story.
It was just funny because I felt like she was really insecure about it. And I was like, I'm like, to each your own. Like, do you, girl? I'm not judging. If you were 15 years younger than me, I'd be like, hey, that's my man.
No comment, because you're currently 29.
I know. Like, you're only.
If you were 50 and I was 15 years younger.
Well, she was definitely an older, like
Yeah.
40s, 50s. So I feel like at that point in your life, take it as it comes. No comment.
No comment. So that covers the hospital aspect of things. Came home to some busted pipes, moved back and forth.
Oh, a madhouse. Nothing's in place. Gigi's losing it here and there, especially when Martin decides to leave for work and it's just us three at home.
Yeah, she wakes up as I've already left for work. And as I'm done, I give Riley a call to check in and see if she's surviving. They hear,
Yeah.
Daddy, where were you?
Yeah.
Like,
Instant.
Breaks my heart.
Instant. It's just attachment issues, I guess.
Whatever. She was so spicy the night before. And I was like,
yeah.
no.
Now you want, I know, I thought the same thing. I was like, now you want your
you
dad?
You were being
so
rude last night.
Dad's trying to be nice and cuddle. And she's like, no, I don't want you.
Like,
And it was only because I had him.
Yep.
Otherwise, it would have been fine. Should have just switched spots last night. Should have had you bottle feed.
Oh, well. So you can just cuddle with G.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been a whirlwind. We're still working on, at least our house is back together, thank God. We've made it to church on Sunday without any crazy hiccups. Like, we weren't like an hour late. So,
Nope.
We're adjusting there.
And we'll be going to Vegas this weekend.
Oh, yeah. We're going to Vegas this weekend.
We got some clubs to hit up.
With the babes.
With the baby.
No, we're going to.
It's a volleyball tournament.
Volleyball
and
tournament.
We got family out there that we want to see.
Yeah. We have to go introduce Kayla to my dad's dad and all of my aunties and all of his cousins. So it should be pretty fun. I'm excited to go see them. It's been at least
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years since we've seen them. So, and every time we just have a new baby, we're like, surprise, shawty, we're here.
Look what I did.
Yeah. And who knows, maybe Martin will get another tattoo because my uncle does tattoos. And last time we were out there with Gigi, you got a sporadic tattoo.
Uncle asked me, and I was.
Uncle asked you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were like,
No, the time that we went while you were pregnant, he asked.
And you're just like, yeah.
Yeah. And then so when we went again with G, he was like, yeah, so you're going to get your tattoo? I was like, okay.
If he asks you again, are you going to get another one?
If he asked me, because that's his gift.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's how I perceived it, at least.
I know, but you got to, for those of you guys who are like anti-tattoo, because not a lot of people understand our culture, that tattoos are they're very normal. And they're very symbolic to the person. Mm-hmm. So each tattoo...
Which is why I wasn't going to turn it down, because that was his way of saying, like,
Let me
welcome to the family.
Yeah.
He
It was
gave me a
special.
plumeria and a band, which is plumeria represents your offspring.
Yeah.
So
you got to add another plumeria.
I have no intentions of trying to get a tattoo this weekend. Because look,
Just wait.
Every time Uncle comes into town, can's open. Your sisters are like vultures asking him for tattoos, and like he's on vacation. Just let the man enjoy time with his family. They're like, Uncle, you gonna give me a tattoo? Uncle, you gonna give me a tattoo?
That I always just tell them, like, make sure you pay your uncle, even if he tells you no.
Yeah. So I'm not. No, I have no intentions of trying to bring up the conversation of having a tattoo.
Well, I don't think you brought it up last time.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it was just like you said, it was a gift.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Uncle.
So if he says it this time, I'm gonna go right here.
No, like my dad.
Yeah.
So funny story about that. My dad and my uncle both got tattoos for our grandma who had passed away. And they got it in the worst possible spot. My dad's also in law enforcement, so it's just like, dude, it's just a funny placement. So when we got home, we would make fun of him and we would start making bird noises because he got a tattoo. I could not tell you right now.
It's not his neck. It's not his front neck.
No, it's just around his collar.
Collarbone of it.
And it
up towards his ear.
Yeah, and it's all tribal, and there's just like a little, like a dove, a head of a dove to represent, obviously, grandma passing away. And the dove's head was popping out of the collar of his shirt, and all you see is a bird head. And we were dying, so we're like trying to call my dad over, and we're just like, that probably wasn't like the smartest, but he does a good job of covering it up now. I think it was just then he was wearing the wrong T-shirt, but yeah, we make fun of him all the time, and we start making bird noises to call him over. So, just a funny story about tattoos in our family.
Let's see.
I'm not getting a tattoo.
No.
Oh.
And you can't because you're breastfeeding. He also did a wonderful art piece for Gianna.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not expecting one of those this time either because we only told him like a week before we were going.
No, and we never expect anything.
Yeah, true.
But they're just, their love language is
gifts.
So gifts with their talents and that's what I love.
Yeah, it's not like they just go
buy everything.
Buy something simple and be like, here, you got, because there are people in our family whose language is also gift giving, and they just
random stuff.
Save your money, please.
Yeah, it's like we really didn't need it. But my dad's entire side is so gifted in just everything, like
crafty.
Yes, they can sing, they can draw, they can dance. Like they're just. It like Aubrey can do all of that, and I'm always like, oh, you get it from dad's side, and I'm like, oh, what a wonderful gift. Like you guys could use it if you want, or they could do so many things that I just don't even think that they realize. But love you guys.
All right, time for some verse and reflection.
Mm-hmm.
I probably have talked about this verse before. I know we haven't used it on here, but Psalm 127, verse 4. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are children born in one's youth.
Say that one more time.
Yep. I figured I was going to say. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are children born in one's youth. Okay, elaborate, because born in one's youth is throwing me off. Yeah. Basically having children while you're young and actually able to be interacting with them and shaping them into a child of God. It's like an arrow in your quiver to fight against the enemy. I like that. Yep. Because the way that you raise your children is obviously the product that's going to be out into the world. And so you want to make a, iron sharpening iron type of a tool. Mm-hmm. No duds here. No. I want to make sure that they pierce through, because it is a spiritual battle or a spiritual world that we live in, and there is a battle. Not to get super Mountain Martin all over again. The that's my difference of baby 1 to baby
Yeah.
2.
Hey, Sarah.
Whereas Riley's was the physical labor aspect of it. I am mentally a lot more prepared.
Yours like rock solid, dude. As long as we're not going the flat Earth route, I'm happy.
Hey, some of the videos and things were they're like, that makes sense. Of course they're gonna lie to us. So a lying government plus some math that made sense at the time. Yeah, sure, why not?
You're like, who's the devil here? The government.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't cancel us.
Don't cancel us.
And then
We're
literally
just-
watching the movie Fly Me to the Moon is
Oh yeah.
another.
That's a really good movie though.
Yep. We have watched some good movies lately.
Yeah. We're always watching good movies though. We don't stop watching movies.
Yeah.
We're big movie buffs.
We finally watched Napoleon.
Yeah, which is really good too.
Took us 2 different times to get through, but
Yeah, very gory, very yeah, it's rated R. It's very much rated R. So
very Patriot type vibes.
yeah,
Less gory than the Patriot, but still
less gory than the Patriot.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, well, probably similar, but the
who's-
Patriot, the main actor, is the one being more violent.
Yeah, but who's the guy who created the movie Sweeney Todd?
The director?
Yeah. So
Not Quentin Tarantino. It wasn't one of those films. It wasn't a...
no, but it was graphic. Like the horse's legs are getting blown off. The people's legs are getting blown off. Like people are crawling while their leg is like...
True.
So it was extremely gory.
Very realistic.
Very
horror.
realistic.
Yeah.
And to the point where I'm like closing my eyes because I'm like, oh, I could not. Yeah, if that were me in battle, I'd be dead within 2 seconds.
I think that was one of your questions to me.
Oh,
is
yeah.
If I lived during that time and I was in war, how long would I last? I
Yeah.
was like,
Would you survive? Could
would
you
I
come back
survive?
home?
It's like, only by God's grace, because Lord knows I'm not.
You had a very quick response. You were like, yep, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And then
because-
you're like, by the glory of God.
Exactly. Look, if this is going to sound very egotistical, but I feel like I would have main character vibes
Wow.
of like knowing how to survive.
You would become the next Napoleon.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't be hopefully one of those guys in the front. I'd find a way to like,
You're like, I'm going to sneak up to the top of the hill.
you know what? There's a better method other than standing in front of each other and shooting. Why don't we just try to go?
You're like, when everyone
one.
says charge, I'm running the other direction.
I'm just playing dead from the start.
Oh my gosh. I meant in the sense, like, you would be Napoleon in the sense of like his rise, the next leader, because you were strategic in battle.
Sure. I'll take it.
All right.
Shh, baby. He is a very soft-spoken child. From the moment that he was born, he was like,
Yeah. He's
He
gonna
was
be
like,
he's gonna be our gentle, emotional one, I think.
please don't be emotional.
Well, it's kind of a good thing because then we hopefully don't have to deal with.
I ain't raising no soft boy.
Oh my gosh. I'm more concerned with because I've only ever been around sisters, and you can tell me your concerns which you probably don't have any because it's a boy
One of your
this
sisters
time.
wants to be your brother, so
Oh my gosh. No, not what I meant. I just get more concerned about how they are going to treat people, and raising a young boy and just making sure he treats women well is very, very important to me. Speaking of
confession.
Uh-huh.
Not anything with me.
we listen
but-
and we don't judge.
No, this is just a quick story time
Okay.
of disrespectful young men.
Mm-hmm.
But the don't judge me part is after my workout, I went to go get an acai bowl.
Disrespectful already. No,
Sorry.
didn't offer me one. I'm just kidding.
Okay,
I wasn't
was
there.
like, first of all, this is at 4:00, and I wasn't gonna be home until 7. Anyways,
I'm just kidding.
I go there. There's 3 or 4 guys in a group before me.
Mm-hmm.
clearly not crowding, but like there's only 2 girls working. They just got 6 orders, and yeah, you could tell stress was created.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I got this order, I got this one, and they all just grab it and move. Not one single one of them says thank you. I'm like, and to the point where she's talking to the other girl, I can hear she's like mentioning the fact that they didn't say thank you, or like,
rude.
no, whatever. She's like, yeah, you're welcome. As they're walking out, it seems like they're, the person that works at acai place is probably like 17 to maybe 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And those kids themselves look like they were either in high school or early freshmen in college. I was like, if that's your way of like trying to impress the girl, is so dumb.
Yeah.
And yeah, it made me be like, I'm gonna raise my son better than that, because those boys were stupid. I almost felt, because you could tell that she was distraught. I was gonna walk out and be like, "Are you guys not gonna thank this?"
Oh my gosh!
But I didn't. I was like, "Don't be that guy, that dad that's like,
yes.
Hey guys,
You just
they'd probably make fun of me." And like,
they're like, this guy.
Yeah.
Just,
But if that was Gigi, I know it's just work, but still, have some decency, have manners, regardless if it's a boy or girl. Just treat those that serve you well.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it takes a lot of energy to just say thank you.
Yeah.
And
not even eye contact. They literally just like sideways grabbed it and walked out. I was like,
even my players after practice, they always say thank you, coach. And I could have like been a total jerk to them, and I'm like, we're running, and they're always saying thank you.
Yep.
Like, just respectful.
We do have some very nice kids at the gym.
We do. And
parents are doing a great job.
Parents are doing a fantastic job.
Except one. I'm just kidding.
Honestly, the parents, even this year, very few complaints. Everyone's kind of like...
It's because you were pregnant, so like, I can't say anything to you.
Well, not necessarily. But they don't even know that... Half of them don't even know that I'm pregnant. Because they just call, like, they just have my phone number because that's what they have to contact someone. But yes, I want to make sure our son is raised to just honor women and respect them in the same way you do to your wife.
Yep. How you treat your mother and sisters is how you're going to treat your wife, is what my dad told me.
Yep.
So, actually, Coach Ware and my dad would also go along the same lines. But
yeah, that's more of my concern with having a son.
Yep. And then
the day you don't.
And then for Gigi, being an example of how to find the right man.
Yes.
Of your wife, because that's the type of man your daughter's going to marry.
Yeah. And not being consumed by the girl talk of how she should be in order to get a guy's attention, or how she should be just as a person, because that can get really sticky.
Yep. God, the middle school insecure stages of the boy and the girl is just going to be.
We are homeschooling.
That makes them 10 times more awkward, but yeah.
No, because they actually have a big social group.
True.
We are, I'm telling you, we are so lucky and blessed that we have a huge social group for our kids.
Yeah.
To be able to homeschool.
They already have more friends than I had. I had my 4 cousins.
Yeah.
And 2 elementary friends that I remember. Middle school is when I made more friends.
I made 0 friends. I had my cousin who bullied me in middle school, and because I wasn't cool enough. And then elementary school, I think I had 2 friends, and I ended up dropping one of them because the boy I liked her, and they started going out, and I told her that I liked him, and she did not care. And I was like, well, you ain't the kind of friend that I want around me, so I'm gonna hang out at the monkey bars instead of the swing set.
5th grade drama.
5th grade drama. And then I made a 3-pointer and asked him out. And I was like, booyah. But he said no. Yeah. I didn't. Yeah. We never had much game. Neither of us did.
No.
Neither of us were not.
As you can tell by our pickup lines.
Yeah. Like 2 awkward, nerdy people. But it works.
Yep. All right.
Was that
one.
the one?
I did the wrong one. Okay,
you were doing good.
I messed up. There we go.
You were doing good for the most part.
Questions from our athletes.
Okay, shoot.
Shoot. I'm trying to
Find them.
They're in the notebook, but I remember them because I intentionally saved this one for when we actually had Kayla.
Oh, okay.
Why did we name him Kayla? Well, it was what's your baby's name and why
Okay.
was the question. So his name is Kayla, and we named him that because of Riley's dad. That is his middle name.
Yes. Kayla is my dad's middle name. And Martin's name has been passed down for how many generations? 2? 3?
You make it seem like no. I'm a junior.
Yeah.
But
Your dad.
growing up, it was my cousin whose name was Martin, known as Baby Martin, his dad, which my uncle.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dad was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to name my son Martin too.
Yeah.
So it was 4 right there. And then my dad's grandpa was named Martin. So
Yeah. So
I was all Martined out.
But I kind of knew that the question would come up, especially from your grandma, Mama. Why, Mija, why didn't you name him Martin? And she totally asked already.
Yep.
So we wanted to still find a way to pass down the name without passing it down. So we just switched it. We made your name his middle name. And then since we were doing one dad's name, it only felt right to do the other dad's name. And I don't necessarily love the name Wilson because that's my dad's first name.
Wilson!
But I do like Kayala. And it also means
The
way, which is a little bit more personal. So Kayala, Martin, or Isby. And it flows pretty well. And if we move to Hawaii, he's perfect fit.
Yeah. Hey, white boy.
Hey, white boy,
Hey,
Kayala.
Howley. Oh. Yep, he wants to move to Hawaii. Okay, you got it, son.
Yeah, that's Gianna. She asks every week.
Yeah, she goes, is this Hawaii?
Are we going to Hawaii?
Is it sunny? Is it Hawaii? I'm like, yes, Gigi, one day.
One day. We're working on it.
I forgot what I was going to say. Come on, come back.
Is there another question?
No, it was something that I was going to talk about with G and Kayala and
Hawaii names.
names. Something along the lines of names. Keep going with names.
Passing down names.
Passing down names. No.
Dude, I don't have a brain, so I'm not much help.
Dang it. It was a good one.
It'll come back.
Something to bring up.
It'll come
Finishing thought. Keep talking. I'm going to figure it out.
Okay. Well, I'm just waiting. Do you have another question or no?
Nope. That was the only question.
Yeah. So, and I guess we passed down names for Gianna too. So I think we're just pretty big about passing down names. Generational names. But Gianna's name honestly is a hot mess. So
Yeah.
because our first trial with, I would say Gigi was a hot mess.
Oh, yeah.
In the
Everything
beginning.
about having a first kid, they're like, fill out this paperwork.
Yeah, we're like, what are we doing?
Like, what? How do you spell your grandmother's name? Okay. We added an extra A for no reason. 'Cause
Yeah.
in my mind, I spelled it right. On the paper, there were 2 A's. I was like, oh, shoot.
Yeah, that was my bad because for some reason I always thought there was 2 A's in my grandma's name. And then, bless you.
And no apostrophe.
And no apostrophe. And my dad's like, what in the world? And I was like, sorry, Dad. So we have to fix the name. Oh, and we have to also remember to order his birth certificate. We have to go into the office to get it.
Oh, yeah.
So we cannot forget to do that because we definitely didn't do that with Gigi because we were in the pandemic. So that was also a hot mess because it took 10 times longer to get all of her info. But yeah, having kids is wonderful.
Yep. And it's not coming back to me.
No,
If I happen to remember it, I'll write it down and
save it for
share
next
it
week.
at the beginning of the next episode.
Yeah.
Dang it. That's going to drive me crazy.
So that's our life right now. We're not super eventful. We're very consumed in what we're currently trying to build out for our families, and also trying to catch up on sleep.
I sleep great. It's you.
Okay, I'm trying to catch up on sleep.
Yeah.
Martin's delegating a schedule, so I
Yeah.
can't.
I take care of the
Everything.
dishes and cooking.
Everything.
Yeah.
And I am just here to be milked. Pretty much
You said
every
it, not me.
2 hours.
I don't mind having you bear the load of Kayala. It's when I gotta go and also have you bear the load of Gigi. I'm like, shh. shoot, that's a lot.
If that's the case, I'm going to my mom's,
Yeah.
which would be great because all of April, she's off of work. And we have a nanny for about a month. So I always tell my mom, offer's still on the table. We'll move in, pay your bills. You just be a full-time nanny.
No, we will not. Sorry, offers off the table. You had to kick out people of the rooms, and that's not happening.
Well, yes, that's what I always say. I just wasn't going to say it on here.
No.
But
Not that we would ever encourage that.
No. But I always joke around. Does Aubrey just say she wants to move out?
Good luck.
Good luck.
All right. Good night.
Good night.